The views, comments, and opinions of the following program do not necessarily reflect those of Morris Media Studios, MorrisMediaLive.com, or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
Hot, bold, sweet, smooth, and always flavorful. Welcome to my morning coffee. 3 generations of successful women, brewed with black girl magic, and French press with class, sass, and style. Gia, Tonya, and Sarita are my morning coffee.
Good morning, everyone, and happy 2020. Welcome back to another awesome episode of My Morning Coffee, where our conversation is always hot, bold, and full of flavor. And today will be absolutely no different, as we are here to do a couple of things. And I'm going to yield a lot of my time to the birthday girl, Miss Gina.
Hey. This goes out to the birthday girl.
Hey. My birthday month, yes.
So on our next episode, just to make sure that you guys tune in, we are going to be properly celebrating Gia's birthday because we have a totally jam-packed show today and want to make sure we get all this good stuff in. We want to let everyone say hello to Miss Tanita.
Hey, everybody. How's it going?
And we will get back to her soon and why she's on our panel. But understand that you are going to have a lot of Finer Womanhood show up on the screen today. So let's check in real quick and see what everyone has been up to, what's in your cup, and how has the new year been treating you, Miss Sarita?
My cup has peach oolong tea. And the new year has been awesome. I've started the new year in a way that I've never done anything but any other New Year before. I New Year's Eve went to 4 parties. I was acting real grown.
Wow.
I started in Mid-City at the house. Then I went to the Valley for a dinner party. Then I went to Lower Ladera for a party. Then I went to Eagle Rock for another party. And then I ended in West Adams.
Wow.
It was awesome.
So clearly you stayed up till midnight.
And beyond. And a little bit after.
I can't say the same. Yeah.
So that is something. I'm usually home in my jammies for New Year's Eve. So to do something different was really cool. And it's just been kind of jam-packed since. I didn't really take any time off for the break, which I'm feeling burnout a little bit. But I have some really awesome things happening. I'm started working with a company that I'm going to be developing their mental health and wellness division for their record labels. So I'm excited about that. So that's kind of like a game changer for me. And it's just been...
Can you tell us the label?
Not yet.
What? Secrets?
Not yet.
I know how to get secrets out of you, but...
Obviously, she can't tell us a lot of stuff because she went to 4 parties and
we didn't know. We didn't know,
and the 4 parties were like.
And you were asleep at 9:30.
Even my birthday, because my birthday. Remember, my birthday's January 1st.
Yes, I do.
So
remember.
New Year's Eve, I do party, but I'm not gonna be salty about it because this is 2020, and I said I'm
New Year,
do better.
New You.
No, I'm a New Year. Let's go with New Year because I keep it real. New Year, okay? Ain't nothing new.
She's like, that's all I got.
Yeah, nothing new about me.
That's all I got.
It's a New Year, okay? So yeah.
Very good.
And that's it, yeah.
All right. Miss Gia, what you been up to? What's in your cup?
Well, I got 2 cups up here. I got, my morning coffee cup. I have some coffee in here that you brought me some cinnamon flavor coffee in that cup. And then my other cup have my girl up here 1920 because you know what it is.
Hey.
It's all about that Zeta, okay, 1920. But inside my cup, I have some goodies in here. I've been creating, and 2020 is all about me creating more, and I'm doing some little affirmation things. But I came up with this new bracelet. And I'm going to say that you saw it first here, and it's a mahogany box. I'm not going to say exclusive because I'm sure somebody's going to make it too, but it says undoubtedly finer. Okay, and it's a charm bracelet. You'll be able to get it in a link or bango. Also, it's going to be available on
Is that
T-shirts.
called a bango?
Oh, sorry. this is what I launched this. I'm launching it, I guess, today. You know,
Do you need an arm?
Finer.
Do you need an arm
So
model?
because it's the month of January, and in a couple of days will be our 100-year anniversary. I did make some goodies for the guests today. So everybody on the show today will be getting a undoubtedly Finer bango, and this one is blue.
Yeah,
I love the
blue.
That's
So,
beautiful.
So you guys all will be getting that. So I've been doing that, and actually I've been doing a little more of my merch consulting.
Fun.
Thanks to you, Tonya. So I've been trying to do a little bit more of that. So I've just been in creative mode, creating and working that day job. That thing that keeps the lights on and keeps clothes on my back and a roof over my head. I've been doing that. And this actually is, I'm on the countdown. So this marks I'm going to hopefully do 2 more years. And then I'm going to retire from the sheriff's department. But I might go sooner, but I'm giving myself 2 years. I'm saying this is the countdown. So I'm counting down my retirement as of January 1.
Hey.
I might be as excited about that as you are.
Yeah. So
That means we're going to get to see your hair out.
You will see my hair out, but it's not going to be combed because I can't wait. I can't wait to retire. I keep telling everybody, look, my hair will not be combed, and y'all can talk about me if you want to, but I'm still going to be Finer, and I'm always going to be cute, but it's not going to be combed because for 30-something years, I've been having to wear a ponytail. Okay.
30-something
It'll be over 30 years when I retire.
Ooh.
It'll be over 30 years. I've been having to have my hair up in a bun. So
It's time to be free.
yeah, it's gonna be free. So I'm gonna be really
excited.
free. And Jeff, I'm sorry, but some days I probably won't comb my hair. So, but it's all good. It's all good. But yeah, that's what I've been up to. What about you, Tonya?
Oh my God. I'm so excited to be here with you guys. I've been working on my MLK event for the city of Redondo. Super excited about that. Our committee has been amazing. Just pulling this thing together, working with the city. Our Captain Naylor has been awesome. Dr. Goody Goodlow, and just pulling all of the pieces to this puzzle together. It's interesting, though. I find out how city city and government work, and their offices are a little discombobulated. So it's tricky because in the corporate world or companies, all of the marketing, PR, the creatives, the journalists or whatever, they're all in communications. They're all in one place. And this is somebody's over here and someone's over there. And it gets a little tricky.
That's city.
Yes.
City and county kind of jobs. Yeah.
So I'm learning a lot about that and how we keep city functions and operations separate from politics and all of these cool things. So, learning a lot, putting that together. But again, January 20th, Redondo Beach Civic Center,
What time?
5 p.m. So if you already have something that you do on MLK Day, that's totally fine, because when it's the evening sets in, I expect you to come over and hang out and listen to some live jazz music and hear some of our high school kids sing in their choir and the awesome Black National Anthem. So we are also unveiling something permanent. I've spoke with some of our old administration. Our old mayor will be there and some other government officials. So, hey, don't stop the party after your downtown situation or Carson or Gardena. Come on down to Redondo and hang out with us. Is going to be cool. I'm super excited about that.
I'm excited too, because I'm excited about us being in Redondo. So
Yes,
I'm like,
ma'am.
man,
Because we don't get invited
exactly.
often.
Y'all show up. Come.
do
We gonna
that.
go deep. Come deep to Redondo
Can't take you
on
nowhere.
MLK Day.
Yes.
Wait, is there tickets or
No,
anything?
it's free.
Absolutely
Just get
free.
to come.
It's
Oh,
absolutely
it's free.
free.
Y'all
Yes.
heard that?
Hey.
Free.
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 We love
Show
free.
up, people. It's free.
You get to hang out with me for free.
For free. You get to be with
Come on
Tanya
down.
So
for free.
right. So with that, I've changed my platform a little bit too. The company has been working a lot more on educating and working with individuals, entrepreneurs, and personalities to learn to DIY their PR. And it's important because a lot of people don't have the finances to hire a full-time publicist. It's expensive. You have to think it takes a lot of time to do the research, to do the work. So we're working more on helping companies train their staff, implement strategy through their marketing department, teach them some of the things that they could be doing to help them garner more publicity. Because I always say, companies go out of business because people don't know about them, not necessarily because they don't have good services or good products. So learning how to utilize and strategize with your PR professionals is important. So doing that, helping personalities learn how to do it themselves, that's still something, even though there's a lot out there, Google can tell you a lot, but really having some hands-on instruction, being able to provide resources to make that happen. So really just working on that, working with clients, hanging out with the kids. Girl, baseball is, baseball is life right now. So we've been doing a lot of that. Rock Stars, baseball, LA Rock Stars. Eric Aldridge's team is just killing it out there. Had some 10-year-olds just doing some amazing things. Royce is on the 11-year-old squad. They travel. So, just staying busy.
That's
all the good stuff.
Right up Royce's alley.
Well, before we get to our next guest and you introduce our next guest, I do want to say one thing. I want to say also this is, even though this is January, the month of January is our sorority's Founders Day month, but it's also the month of our 1-year anniversary of My Morning Coffee podcast. Yay. So we started this podcast last year in January, and here we are again this year. So this is our 1-year anniversary month. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited about continuing this journey with you beautiful women up here. It was a vision of mine, and we brought it to fruition. And we've had some growing, but we're growing, and I'm really excited about that, and there's more stuff to come from My Morning Coffee. So I wanted to say happy anniversary to you guys.
Happy anniversary. Right. Very good. So without further ado, I don't even think I can do her justice if once you check out her social media and the work that she's been doing, you too will be in awe of our guest, Miss Tanita. So go ahead and introduce yourself to the people.
Wow.
Let them know who you are, what you got going on.
How does this work? Is this supposed to be in front of me? Am I
Yes.
You just start talking.
It just is, okay.
Yeah.
So welcome. Thank you for that beautiful.
No, I got you.
Oh, introduction. See, I knew there was something that was supposed to happen. Introduction. I am Tanita Fadyeyola Harris-Ligons and all my other names that I have. And I do a lot of things. What I do the most though is I inspire and motivate people through movement.
Yes.
Through my speaking engagements.
Absolutely.
And my wellness retreats, and also through my community involvement. And so that's a big span, but I'm a big girl. So that's what I do. And I try to do it without allowing my cup to runneth over too much.
How did you get into that?
Wow. So I'm naturally a community girl. I'm a community builder. I heard you talking about Redondo Beach. Mm-hmm. Big ups, because Redondo, MLK, you would think in 2020 that would already be happening. You wouldn't have to advocate for it. Mm-hmm. But I'm here to tell you that as an advocate in Glendale, I live in Glendale.
Right. You do a lot in Glendale.
Which is a sundown town. Yes. And I'm the founder of Black in Glendale there. Mm-hmm. I created that organization to help promote advocacy for our children in the schools, and also to create activities and events for other Black folks that live and play and work in Glendale to come together. And so tomorrow we're actually having a mandate at the school district for Black Lives Matters in the school. Wow. Black Lives Matters Week. In Glendale?
Yeah.
That's like historic.
That's big up.
Okay.
Big ups, yes.
Black Lives Matter Week in the schools.
Okay.
Black History Month, you would think 1975 President Ford, declared the Black History Month. That would be a natural celebration, whether you have Black or brown people in your school or not.
Right.
It wasn't. And so they're mandating all the schools to have programming in the schools. And then they're also going to be recruiting Black teachers.
See, that's
actively?
Yes. We demanded holistic.
That's what I'm talking about.
Search. See? Like, don't just bring somebody here because they ain't going to stay here, but creating an environment where they'll want to stay and they'll want to work.
Big.
Yeah. So I'm really excited about that. So I know about that process.
That's a Zeta doing that, y'all.
Hey,
that's
baby.
What I'm talking about.
Yes. Advocacy work. So that's one thing. But also, I've been dancing since I was young, and moving from having a dance company, dancing in dance companies, and then having my own dance company back when I lived in Orlando, and then coming here and doing dance for a while. Things shift. Once you become a certain age, they don't look at you anymore a certain kind of way. And I'm cool with that. I'm all right with that. And so it was a natural process for me. Y'all know what I'm talking about?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I was walking into the auditions like, okay.
Right.
I can kill it just like the rest of these youngins.
Yeah.
But, that's just what it is.
That just reminded me of the Aunt Viv episode of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
When she was getting it.
That was me.
She was getting it.
Killed it.
Boom, 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 boom. Nah.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I got kids. Bye.
Right.
I can't even do the show.
Right.
I just wanted y'all to know that I can do it.
Right. Exactly.
Right.
So, yes, after doing that, a natural progression
Doesn't that
into
make
wellness.
you feel good, though?
It
like,
did.
There's sometimes we do stuff, and you're just like, I just
All the
want to
time.
see
Yeah,
if I
it
can do that.
wasn't to actually do it.
All the time. The young sorors do it to me all the time.
Yeah,
Every
yeah.
once in a while, I got to, throw it on them.
Exactly. Every now and then you got to let them know,
Yes.
look, wait a minute.
Whoa,
look,
whoa,
hold
your
up.
octaves
Right.
went way up.
Exactly. She said the young sorors do that to her. They do it to me,
I can
too.
still do a toe touch
Yeah.
without pulling a hamstring.
See?
But
Yeah.
then I go.
That's why, look.
Take
But
a
that's
Epsom salt bath.
Look, see, that's why I was at stroll practice this week. See,
That's right.
I was at stroll practice.
She was.
Yeah. Yes.
She was at stroll
yes.
practice. Doing it.
Doing it. Learn 5 of them.
Yes, she did.
Say it again. Say what?
I got nothing.
Yeah.
I got nothing. I wasn't there.
Yeah.
Get it?
See?
Yeah. I can
But
still
anyway.
do it.
I only went to show the youngins.
You went
Right,
to
you're
show
not-
the
you're not
youngins.
trying to do nothing
And it
with
was
it.
also, that's going to be my segue into wellness, because that's what I do as well.
Yes.
And I heard you talking about that. I do movement affirmations, and how to affirm yourself through movements, how to use your energy centers, the chakras in your body, the energy centers in your body, how to align them by using movement, and connecting with yourself through movement. I am in love. You can literally sit right here, and if you expand your chest, you're opening up your heart chakra. And you're expanding that love muscle. You're expanding the energy, of empathy, compassion, and love in your body. And then that exudes out. And so those are some of the basic things that I do.
I love that. So how can the people get in touch with you, find out more about what you do,
At Move Dance
engage
Live.
with you?
Yes. I teach one class now. I used to teach all during the week, but I travel a lot because I do a lot of conferences and things like that. And so to be more consistent, I kept it to one class. I have one class in Atwater Village, 7:30 in the evenings. But I'm also available to come to you for an engagement. It might be your birthday transit, where you're transitioning and you want something special besides a party. We can come. I come and do those things. I do conferences. I do women's retreats and things like that. And so that's my segue into retreating. I'm one of the Harriets in the world, where I take folks back home.
Love it.
Yes.
So that was the other thing I love about you is you are so international. You travel a lot.
Yes.
And I wish more of us traveled more. So talk to us about why you travel so much and what you get out of that and why it's important for us to do that.
And what you do when you're traveling.
Yes. It's so important, number one, for us to travel because it expands our minds. It takes us away from the limitations that everyday life, this monotonous everyday life that we have. It takes us out of that. It also takes us out of just focusing on ourselves. But we're engaged in it as well. So you can when you travel, but you're with it. You're there. And so you're in it. You're able to see what's happening in different cultures and educate yourself, but you're also a part of it. Yeah. You're a part of the experience. And so you can watch something on TV and you can watch other people's Facebook pages and Instagrams, but until you're in it and experiencing it yourself, you won't get everything that you can get from it. And so that's what's important. Most importantly, I think it's important for us as sisters, as women, to return, to go back home to the motherland. That's very important for us as women. Black folks, period, but women, most importantly, because there's a nurturing that happens there.
Yeah.
There's also just a respect for who it is that we are as the mothers of creation. That doesn't happen in other places of the world.
Yeah, it's on my bucket list to go back with you.
Yes.
So it's going to happen.
What is your Ghana retreat?
Maybe that's your retirement trip.
Ooh.
We take. We take.
She put that in there. I like it. Listen, two is good.
I like it.
Put it out there, right?
Well, I think that we should do a little more collaborating with you in 2020. My Morning Coffee. And of course, Mahogany Box. We
always.
Yeah, we want to collaborate on some affirmation things. So.
Yes. So, yeah. I'm a community collaborating girl, so I love it. The more, the merrier. Yeah. Yes.
So tell us about your role in Zeta right now and how we are celebrating 100 years in California.
Wow. Yes. So I am the State of California Centennial rep chair. And we are, celebrating. We are I call it 100 years of Finer Womanhood west of D.C. We have the premier celebration west of D.C. They doing it up in D.C., but the Cali Zetas are holding it down for the West Coast. So we are opening up with a countdown on Wednesday at Lucky Strike LA Live and in Los Angeles. And then after the countdown on Wednesday, we're taking it to down to Irvine, down to Orange County. I don't want to hear about it. Our Orange County chapter is hosting us, and they are doing a phenomenal job being led by Sora Gabriella Jones. And they're doing a fantastic job of helping me make sure our celebration is amazing. On Thursday, we're having an opening reception with a special live guest. That's going to be awesome. And a special tribute to our founders. And then we are having on Friday, we're hosting a Finer Womanhood empowerment luncheon that is featuring some dynamic women in our community. Shelby Jiggis-Tavoni is the Vice President of Creative Development for Disney Live Entertainment. Rona Bennett, our SOAR, Rona Bennett, is the moderator. She's a member of In Vogue and also her own personal power coach. Powerful women. SOAR Nikki Michaud, Janice Chafin is with 100 Black Women. We're going to have a phenomenal time there. The Sigmas are hosting our hospitality soiree that evening. I'm saying soiree because it ain't a room, baby. They throwing it down for us. Okay. The SoCal Sigmas. Blue 5. All right. And on Saturday morning, we are getting up early and walking for Girl Trek 100 Soars. And family and friends are walking. We have a national collaboration with partnership with Girl Trek. And so we're doing our part here on the Cali side. We're going to be registering our Soars to walk every day. And we're walking our 100 into wellness. Yes. Walking into wellness. And then we're going to hang out. We got a day party hosted by the Brothers of K.A. Psi. What? Y'all better come on. And listen, look. You saw that?
Yeah, I saw that. I'm trying to see if Ray even going to be in town, but that's a whole,
gonna miss it.
It's a whole different question.
All right. Then our gala is that night, our 100 gala featuring In Vogue. And also Willie Bradley, the Grammy-nominated artist Willie Bradley, who is fantastic. Yes, he is. And he's also a brother of Omega Psi Phi. Yes, Incorporated. And then the Brothers of Omega Psi Phi are helping to host our after party. Okay. You can only go to the after party if you go to the gala. So y'all better get your tickets.
All right. Well, look, my friends out in the Orange County, in Orange Curtain, behind the Orange Curtain, the Zetas is going to turn your city blue this coming weekend. So be careful.
Come on out and
we're gonna be there. Right. I'm sorry, I won't be there. I'll be in DC, but
that's okay. We're ending. One more thing, we are ending that Sunday. Returning Disneyland Blue and White. We will be having our Disneyland. We're doing Blue and White takeover at Disneyland, and get our little photo out with Mouse, Minnie preferably. Yeah. And then we're going to end up, with our annual MLK program with Sigma Zeta Council gets together of Southern California, and we're all coming together for the Kingdom Day Parade. So it's going to be amazing. Yeah, it is. We are celebrating, and we kind of duplicated some of the things that they're doing at our national headquarters because we're all going to be there in June. Everybody couldn't be there, but if you are not in DC, you should be in California. Yes. You should be here with us. Yes. Yes, this is it.
Real quick, I wanted to ask, one, who can come to Lucky Strikes? So let the people know if they want to come out to support us. If there's...
Everybody. Soars, financial, unfinancial, active, inactive, whatever you are, broke, tired, wonderful, beautiful, all of that. We want them all. Yes. We want all of our Soars. Yes. All of our frat, our Soars, the D9, come and celebrate with us. So my sisters of AKA, we realize it's your Founders Day. We are turning 100. We love y'all.
We love you.
Right. So if you go into the AKA event, come on. Just when you finish there, come on over to us. We're just going to be gathering together and counting down. But all of the events are pretty much open with the exception of you had to be registered for our state leadership conference to do the luncheon, but there are some tickets here and there for folks who are really, really interested in coming. We can always make a way, and the gala is available. It's open to anybody and everybody. Tickets are still available. We are going to capacity.
And it gives you a chance to be fancy.
Yes,
get
dressed up and sparkly and such.
Very good.
Exactly. So we are excited about that. Disney is open as well to those who have the link. All the stores have it. You'll have access to it. If you're registered for the conference, you do. You got up to 6 tickets to buy. Come out, have fun. There's really no reason for you not to be there. if there's any way that you want to come, all you have to do is contact us. I can be contacted. You asked for my information. My professional information is at Move Dance Live on Instagram and Facebook with Tanita. And if you're interested, you can contact me at SoCal. Yes, SoCal Centennial Rep at gmail.com.
Now, really quick, tell me about your journey into Zeta.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, I am a Spring 94 initiate, a Xi Delta chapter, University of Pittsburgh.
Oh.
And
initiate, that's what they call them now?
Well, yes, that's what we call. Listen, to be correct out here in these streets.
Right.
Yes. Member, my intake date was Spring 94.
That's the official one? No, I'm just playing.
Everyone just took a sip. It got so quiet.
Now.
Everyone just took a sip.
Oh. Yeah.
Anyway, so Atlanta region, yes, I was made in Atlanta region, and my journey, I left the Atlantic region. I left Pittsburgh once I graduated from school. I moved to Orlando, Florida, because that's where my man was, and who's now my husband. Hey. And so of 23 years, 22 years, 23 years, yes. So moved to Orlando, moved to the chapter down there, Epsilon Zeta, Southeastern region. Oh, talk about a breeding, a breeding in Zeta, of refinement.
Yeah. That's Southeastern region, yeah.
Hey, baby, listen, their title is second to none, and they truly are. There is a Zeta way there. And it's very good. It could be a little tight, tight at times, but the protocol is very beautiful.
Yes.
And you can see how it organizes you and it refines you in a certain way professionally, which is really beautiful.
I was about to say, do you think we've gotten away from that?
A little bit, yes.
Okay.
I moved to Pacific region, but there's this beautiful thing about Pacific region that I think is amazing. I love the phenomenal Pacific region. I am an advocate of the phenomenal Pacific region, not just because I live here, but because I feel like it's an empowering region. In Southeastern, you have to wait your turn most of the time. Okay. Or something else has to happen. You have to, they have to bring you a certain way. And don't try running without having that go down. You will not win. But I believe in the Pacific region, we have this beautiful thing where you can be a young sower, and if you have a vision and you want to do it and you have the energy, then we make a way for it to happen. And I love that. I think that's so important because it doesn't sizzle out your, fizzle your Zeta zeal. Yes, your growth in Zeta. So I think that's great. Now, we get some, but then there's that other part where you got to bring it on in. That protocol that.
Tighten it up.
Yeah, tighten it up.
How many do you get together?
Wow. Yeah. So I think overall when I listen to Greek, Black letter Greek or whatever, the right correct word.
Yeah.
Black Greeks.
Yeah.
We get all technical nowadays. I was talking to somebody, they were like, Black or Greek letters.
Yeah. Black Greek letter organizations.
Listen.
Yeah. The Greeks.
So,
when I talk to Black Greeks, there we go.
They all are saying it. They're all are saying that it's happening across the board. That the younger you get, or as we move along, it hasn't been the respect level isn't there. There's some things that's happening, and I get it. We're in a new generation of everything goes. But I think there's some institutions. I'm a traditional girl. Some traditions that we should maintain and hold on to.
Absolutely.
Because it's important. And it's important to us knowing what happened in our past, that Sankofa, knowing how we were built, what happened in the past so that we can be better as we move into the future. And so we can't forget that. And that's what I think is important. Hold on to those things.
Absolutely. Well, we want to thank you for coming in today. Love your energy.
Yes.
So excited to spend more time with you over this week. I'll be at the gala.
Yes. Yeah, I'm so excited about that.
Yeah, let's just keep in touch and make sure that, like Gia said, that we continue to
Yes, I got to come back and do some movement.
Yes.
Because, normally when you do a podcast, it's like voices. Or I've done them like, from a bedroom, like, hey, girl, Well, this one, y'all were like, you got to come in. I'm like, oh, let me get cute.
Right, exactly.
Right?
That's
but we can actually do, we can do some movement and, get it up in there and get, the audience flowing. So I appreciate it. Thank you so much for having me.
All right, guys. Well, we will be right back with our next guest on My Morning Coffee. Thank you for coming back to another awesome episode of My Morning Coffee, where we are celebrating 100 years of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. And right now, I want to introduce you to this amazing young soror. We were just talking about young babies. And I want you to meet Miss Brittaney Golden.
Hi.
So go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell the little people about you. And let's start with your journey into Zeta.
Okay. My name is Brittaney Golden. I'm celebrating 10 years this year in Zeta. So I'm super excited about that. Yay, my first decade. So I came in at Cal State Dominguez Hills through the Mu Pi chapter in 2009. I'm just going to leave it at that year. And and now I'm a member of Lambda Pi Zeta chapter. Okay. And we serve the South Bay area.
Why Zeta?
I always knew I wanted to be Greek. Like growing up, it was just, that was the thing. I have a cousin who's a Zeta. So that had some influence on me there. And then honestly, at Dominguez Hills, I just connected with the Zetas. Okay. Like I loved everything they did. They were the most active on campus. They did the most community service. They had the most poppin' events. Like I just knew that those girls and me had a really good connection.
Okay. Why do you think that Black Greek life is not as prominent now as it was 10 plus years ago?
That is a question.
And I am asking because I posted recently some old photos of a very poppin' time in Southern California, Black Greek life. And we look back on that and we're just like, where did that go? Like, where are these people? Yeah. And so where do you think we've lost it?
But I will say, I think that is a Cali thing because in other places in the country,
it's still popping like
still popping like our niece Amani goes to FAMU. Shout out to Amani, and they bring in like 75 people at a time or 85 people. So I think it's us.
I feel like Southern California has always brought in like way less people than you would think we would. I mean, it's California, it's Los Angeles. People move here all the time. They go to school here. There's tons of colleges to choose from. But honestly, even 10 years ago, I want to say like maybe 2 years after I came in, it started kind of fading. And I honestly couldn't tell you why. I honestly don't know, because
even when it started fading, you said, it was popping on your campus.
Yeah.
So what, did you see the dynamic change on campus?
Oh,
Is it an on-campus thing?
Yeah. I think Dominguez Hills, I loved being at Dominguez, but then they used to claim being like the most diverse campus in Southern California. And I don't think that that's true. Okay. Yeah. I don't think that's true
and I think it's just the era, because I think when I came in the 80s, and I don't think nothing was popping at Dominguez Hills as far as Zeta was concerned in the 80s. I think it's kind of ebbs and flows in different colleges and stuff. Because when I came in, when you guys came in, Northridge was the campus. Northridge was a party campus. People that were from Northern Cal that were coming down, they were going to Northridge. It was either Northridge or Long Beach. That's kind of how it was in Southern Cal. So I think it's just the time period. And I think also too, like you said, it's the demographics on what's on the campus at the time. And if more of people that look like us are going to Dominguez as opposed to going to the Northridge or going to the Long Beaches or going to other places, that's probably where you're going to get more your Greek life there. And then it's in the city. See, the thing about Northridge, we went to Northridge, we lived in the valley, and so it's like, okay, that was the thing. But now a lot of us now not living out there, we're still living in L.A., so again, you probably don't have that same close-knit or that same bondage that you have at other campuses, because we're commuting back and forth. But in our day, we stayed there.
And can I just say one thing? We actually have a caller. So if we can all pick up our headphones real quick, we have somebody who is on our line hitting it.
All right.
So let's see.
Let's see.
Hello, caller?
Hey.
Hey.
This is Aaron Golden.
That's my brother-in-law.
All right,
hey,
Mr.
brother-in-law.
Golden, how are you?
He actually went to Northridge.
Hey.
What? Hey, Matador.
Hey, there it is. I was calling to support, I guess, first and foremost. And secondly, I guess if I have to make a comment, my sister and sister-in-law are both in the sorority life, so I've, by association, have been consumed in it with all the get-togethers and party planning and all that stuff that's been happening over the years. So
he sounds like he's been bullied into some stuff.
His life has been taken over.
Yeah, we'll I didn't say it.
We tend to do that sometimes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So I could definitely see, just as an outsider, is how close and how involved everybody is. So I never got involved myself, but as an outsider, you could definitely see the sisterhood and brotherhood. And,
Welcome to the family.
Right.
oh, thank you.
Oh, Erin.
That's dope.
Very good.
Look at him
Thank you
supporting
for
his
calling.
sister.
Hey, have you ever thought about joining an organization, just out of curiosity?
Yes, when I first got to college, I got a scholarship from the Alpha Phi Alpha organization. So I was like really intrigued with that. But since I went to Northridge and that wasn't, at the time that I went, it wasn't a big black fraternity college like that. So it just didn't pan out.
All right. Shout out to the brothers of A Phi A. We have mad love for the Alphas.
And that's Pi Kappa chapter.
Hey. Well, thank you for calling. We definitely appreciate your time.
Yeah.
Thanks, bro.
All right. All right.
Bye.
So listen, who do you go back to campus now? Are you involved at all? Are you involved in alumni?
So, not really.
Okay.
No, I'm more so involved with my grad chapter,
Okay.
and then, of course, I see like the Mu Pi girls because they come to meetings and stuff, and just supporting some of their events. But I don't go back on campus very often.
So why don't you tell the people what you have going on now?
I've got a lot of stuff going on.
I saw you on a red carpet or something not too
And
long
Access
ago.
Hollywood.
Yeah, it was super fun. Like that really just got me into the media space, and so I'm totally like targeting getting into the media space more.
Can you tell us how you got on, or what you do to get on?
So I'm an influencer. I have a YouTube channel. I just hit 15,000 subscribers. I'm super excited about that. And I do beauty and lifestyle in there, but from like a regular girl perspective. I was working corporate at the time, so I was going to work and then coming home filming videos, like very regular lifestyle. And then someone contacted me. Her name is Shanice. I love her. She sent me a DM and she said, "Hey, I'm a producer at Access Hollywood. I would love for you to submit for this." And I was like, okay. Okay. I mean, you see something, so sure, I'll do it.
Yes.
And so they wanted me to just talk about what I was excited about, like what movies I was excited about coming out. And I was like, no, let me go ahead and take this a step further, because I'm usually behind the scenes.
Yes.
I usually do a lot of filming of other people or photos of other people. In my corporate job, I did that. So I knew that you had to do something a little extra to be noticed. And so I just put on like this homecoming dress and some tennis shoes, because I live in Long Beach and people are active out there. So I was like, well, if people are running, I'm just going to be running after them with my little fake microphone and asking them how they felt about movies. And that got their attention. Wow. And they liked it. And they selected me out of like 200 people.
Awesome.
It was really cool. I got to do the Frozen 2 red carpet, interviewing like some of my favorite celebrities. Yeah. And that's what really thrusted me into the media world.
Yes.
And I was like, I felt so natural. Yeah. I was like, I got to do this.
So my daughter and I actually went on Brittaney's YouTube page, and we found a couple of her videos, and we did them. Like, we pulled out her stuff, and she was like, "Oh my God, Mom, your friend is so funny." It's like, she's not my friend. She's my sorority sister. Whatever. She's funny. Okay. I mean, I couldn't really perform the artistic task at hand, but it was fun. It was funny. We were entertained. And I definitely appreciate how she takes the stuff that other people do and shows how that works out from a layman's perspective, right? Not only that, but it helps other people that are in the creative space and communication space understand how what they're saying might not be coming across the way they think it's coming across. It might not be translating. Like, you know what you're good at, and you know this stuff in your head, but are you really communicating that well to the outside public for them to be able to understand what it is that you're saying? So the looks, your facial expressions tell it all. All I'll say is go to Brittaney's page, check it out, subscribe. Super funny.
It's a golden lifestyle.
It is a golden lifestyle. Well, we
go ahead. No,
go.
Keep going.
No,
it's fine.
No, I was going to ask, how can the people find you?
Oh, so a few different avenues. If you have a Makeup and Sip event, that's one of my ventures.
Oh, tell them about that real quick.
Oh, it's super fun. Every other month, I put together this event called Makeup and Sip, and it's basically like paint and sip, but with makeup. So you bring your makeup. the girls get together. There's mimosas are flowing. The ratchet music is in the air. I reach out to local vendors because I want them to sell their products, and I want the people who are coming to be able to shop local vendors. I would say 9 times out of 10, it's Black-owned vendors. And it's really a space for women who, whether you're good at makeup or you're not good at makeup, it's just a time to get together and have fun, learn something new. So in December, we learned how to do a glitter eye together. And in February 9th, that's the next one. Tickets start at $25, makeupandsip.com.
Okay.
We're going to be learning how to apply our eyelashes and do an ombre lip because it's Valentine's Day. And so you want to look cute for your thing, you know what I mean? So,
well, I might come for this for the ratchetness, the ratchet music.
It's fun.
Yeah, I don't know about that makeup thing because no.
But a lot of people feel like that.
Yeah, no.
Just if you go on Makeup and Sip's Instagram page, just watch some of the reviewers.
Mimosas.
People who don't like
mimosas.
I'm gonna come for the drinking and the ratchetness, but all that makeupness and the eyelashes,
Which is so funny coming from an artist.
That's not gonna happen with me. But yeah, I'll come for that. Yeah, for the ratchetness.
So you can find me there, and then I have a design and video business. So you can find me at B.Designs if you need like video work or design work.
Yes, very good.
And then this week I'm actually gonna be taking over California Zeta's Instagram page. That's going to be the fun thing. Like, if you can't attend any of the events, I was very adamant. Like, you guys, we got to show people what we're doing outside of. I mean, the flyers are great, but people want to come in, bring them in. So I pitched them. I pitched the state, and they said I could take over California. I think it's CA Zeta's Instagram page. So most of the events happening this week, you'll see me behind the scenes interviewing sorors and frat about their experience.
Hey, well, we definitely appreciate that. We look forward to seeing you, and I will be following California Zeta.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much. And we'll be right back for our next guest. See you in a minute.
Welcome back to My Morning Coffee, everyone. So our next guest is someone who is near and dear to all of our hearts, but I'm going to say especially mine, because she has been my special since 2003. And I believe, and I will go on record to say that you've been a fashion connoisseur your whole life. But this person represents Detroit. It's Detroit over everything, probably bigger than Big Sean. Yeah. So without further ado, I would love to introduce my special, Miss Ryan Burns. R&B if you're nasty.
You know. Hi, everybody.
What up?
I'm so excited to be here. Finally, on My Morning Coffee. Feel so special.
You are
special.
Thank you.
You kind.
And yes, I represent the 313, like Cash Doll.
And
you learn something new every day.
Right.
So before we get started with this awesome Omega Kappa cutie, I would like to say also about Miss Ryan. I left Northridge in 99, and I was very proud of some of the amazing ladies that they brought in, and Rye happens to be one of those amazing ladies that came in hella long after I left.
Not that long.
No, it was long to me. A couple babies later. So,
yeah. True.
All right. But tell them about yourself and your journey through Zeta. How did Zeta happen for you?
It was really organic. As Sarita mentioned, I am originally from Detroit, and my first stop was not Northridge. Right. My first stop for college was actually in HBCU, Hampton University.
The other HU.
The real HU.
The real HU.
Wow. Okay. Here we go.
You know, I still rep, even though I'm not an alumni of that campus. But, so funny enough, I was not at all interested in Greek life at Hampton. They were very different. Not one particular org, but all of the orgs were very different. So when I decided to move to LA, because it wasn't Northridge, because, Northridge. It wasn't Northridge initially. I looked at, I think, USC and UCLA, all the ones, if you're not from California, you're going to look at, right? And the one I got into was way out of my range in terms of affordability. And I had a friend who I met at Hampton who said, you should look at Cal State Northridge. My sister went there. At the time, I was an engineering major. I have a great engineering program. So I said, let's do it. Mm-hmm. And when I got there, it was like, where are the people that look like me?
Especially coming from Hampton.
Yes, and Detroit.
And
Detroit.
Right.
I had a friend recently say I went to a historically black high school.
Okay.
But so I ran into actually all Greek informational flyer. And from there, the Zetas just captured me when I went to the informational. And they really just made me feel like not an outsider. I had a family, making sure I was taken care of. They knew me from a hole in the wall, and just made sure that I was taken care of and I had what I needed. So that sold me right away. Shout out to Tari. She was one of the main people to do that. It was the rest is history. Now it's really family. So,
yeah. Wow. To see you now.
I know.
It's for me, it's just to see all three of you guys, because you guys were all young women when you came into Zeta, and I was, young. I was young. But I was off the campus. I had, left school, and
I posted a picture recently of Gia.
Yeah, she did.
I didn't even know we had pictures together.
Okay, yeah, she did. She posted a picture of me.
What did you think about that?
I was like, wow. I'm like, where did she find that picture at? She went in the crates.
Right. Digging in the crates.
Yeah, but
Tari goes to the vault. You've been digging in the vault again.
So, yeah, but Ryan, I met Ryan. Did I meet you at the shortly after she became a Zeta? And me and Ryan met because Ryan was trying to go to Boulay.
Yep.
And she was a young college student with no money, and she didn't have the money for registration. And Ryan and I met, and she said she wanted to go to the Boulay, but she couldn't afford to go to the Boulay. And I said, okay, well, I'm going to pay your registration for Boulay.
Yep.
And I paid Ryan's registration for Boulay.
Yes.
What?
Yep.
Yes.
My first Boulay I was able to go to because of Gia.
And that was New Orleans.
That was New Orleans.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So I was initiated in June, and Boulay was in July. So not even 4 weeks later, I was able to go to a national conference because of Gia. And that's the connection that Omega Kappa has, regardless of era, time, place. And Zeta, really, if you make those connections. I always say Zeta and really anything is what you put into it is what you're going to get out of it. So if you put in time, you put in the effort to make those relationships, to make those bonds, you'll get them for sure.
So I know you say she's your special, but I'm her Zeta mentor.
Yes, Zeta mentor. Yep.
So
you can have it.
She always says
That's
that,
fine.
Yep.
So
that's it.
Yeah.
What a good mentor to have, though.
I know. I couldn't.
And she's nice to you. She doesn't bully you.
And she carries a gun.
Right.
This is true.
I'm nice to everybody, Sarita. I bully Ryan too.
So let us know what you have going on now. You started as an engineer. I heard that part. That was news to me.
That quickly faded. I'm like, wait a minute, math? Oh,
right. We all started something here.
But so that quickly faded. And I actually graduated.
Quickly faded.
Quickly faded. I actually graduated with my bachelor's in psychology with the intent of being a therapist. But that didn't happen. I kind of just got into insurance because it was there, after college, get a job. And the money really sucks you in. The money they give you, it's like, I don't know. It's like,
let's do it.
You get cars and phones. It's so easy to get drawn into.
Yeah,
so alluring, right?
A job pimps you. A job is a pimp. A job is a pimp.
Exactly. Pimp, right? So I did that for a little over a decade, a really long time. And, but I was at my desk looking up fashion stuff. I was at my desk on Instagram finding fashion inspiration and putting my friends together, getting phone calls about what to do. And I'm like, I should probably monetize this in some way, And it's what I love to do. I love fashion. It truly is a passion where I can go into places and I get into a zone, and it'll be hours and I don't even realize it,
What's some of the coolest stuff that you've done, or some of the coolest people you've worked with since you've changed your career path?
When did you step out on Faith?
I stepped out on Faith in the beginning of 2018.
Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
Beginning of 2018.
I remember that conversation.
Yeah, and I decided I'm leaving insurance behind, and I was going to try my hand at the fashion thing. And I knew I had to, and still have to, pay your dues, and you have to start at the bottom. With anything like that, you have to humble yourself. It doesn't matter where you were in your career before, what you're doing, how old you are. You have to start at the bottom. And so that's what I did. I interned for about 3 months for a celebrity stylist who really gave me my foot in the door into fashion and opened my eyes to what it actually is to be a stylist.
Because it's not glitz and glamour.
Not at all. Yeah. Out of the glam team, it's the most.
It's the hardest.
It's the most difficult. Hardest. It's the most, because you're lugging around, 5, 6, 7 trunks, 30 garment bags, 17 pairs or, bags of shoes, stuff like that all have to be set up, that all have to be taken down, and you haven't even put clothes on anybody yet. So the kind of putting things together is the least of your worries. You have to keep track of this merchandise. There's hundreds of thousands, sometimes millions of dollars worth of merchandise that has to be accounted for and has to be returned. So it's a lot. And so I'm really glad I had that opportunity to intern. I quickly was able to move to become an assistant for her. And in that time, she had celebrity clients that included Michael B. Jordan, Letitia Wright, Daniel Kaluuya, who else? Cynthia Erivo, who just got an Oscar nomination, right? All right. So I was able to do that. One of the biggest opportunities that I've had thus far is to be able to assist on Essence shoot for Sierra and Tiana Taylor. And I have a new Essence cover coming out. So look out for that in February. I did get to assist the fashion director of Essence.
Is that your cover?
Yes, that is. So I did market editing for both of the shoots that I did for Sierra and for Tiana Taylor, and the new Essence cover that's coming in February. So please go check out Essence in February. You'll be excited for that interview, that cover, I promise. And also a fashion spread that I did in there. So,
well, let me tell you, we are always excited about everything you do, even before you were doing it on celebrities, when you were just doing it for us little people. We are always excited about what our Omega Kappa Cuties have going on. What's next for you in Zeta? What are you doing in Zeta right now?
So I am the immediate basilisk of the chapter in the Valley. So after 4 years, I'm kind of taking a little bit of a backseat and letting my best friend handle it. She's taking the reins and she's doing amazing work in Zeta. So for me, I'm really just her support.
Shout out to Janetta.
Yes, shout out to my best friend.
She's always working hard.
Yes. So she is doing amazing. So I'm really just her support. Whatever she needs, I'm trying to make sure that I can do that. And then I'm helping Tanita with some of the arrangements for the state centennial celebrations, which I am so excited about.
I see you at the gala?
Everything.
Yes.
At everything. Yes.
Everything.
Right.
Looking amazing, I'm sure.
Yes, so.
You already got your outfits together?
I do, which I'm always, like I said, buying stuff. I can get lost and that costs money, but I am purchasing so many things that I probably don't need. But I'm going to DC in June, so
yes, ma'am.
Gotta be ready. You know?
Gotta be
so
ready.
Let the people know. One, now that you're dealing with, famous people? Do you deal with regular folk? Absolutely. And for those that want to get you to help them get their life together,
yes, absolutely.
How can they get in touch with you, boo?
I can be reached on Instagram at Ryan_Nicole, 2 underscores.
And there's a lipstick, so you know it's her.
Yes, that's me. And then my email is ryan@rnbstyles. That's styles with a Z at the end.com. So I can be reached there. But yeah, I'm definitely down to help anyone who has a budget.
That's the key word, budget. That's funny how people don't realize. A lot of people come to you and ask you, "Can you do this for me? Can you do that?" And like, yeah, we can do a whole lot of things for you, but they never talk about their budget. Oh, I need this. Can you make this many things? Can you do that? And it's like, well, yeah, I can make it, but okay, but you haven't told me how much you want to spend.
Exactly.
Or they want to ask you, well, how much something costs? Well, it costs this, but
But
what's your budget? What's your budget? You know, that's the thing. When you come to a creative person and you want them to do something, you should come with a budget in mind, because those are the questions that we need to know. We can work with any budget, but it has to be a budget.
Good point.
Yes. Speaking of budgets, why don't you let people know where we can, where they can get our mahogany box items?
You can get mahogany box items at www.shopthemahoganybox.com. You can also get my morning coffee items, which are mugs, water bottles, at www.shopthemahoganybox.com.
Very good. Well, we want to thank all of our guests for today. Hopefully, we will be seeing you in the next 2 weeks so that you can help celebrate Miss Gia's birthday and also meet some more amazing ladies of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. So make sure that you are back in 2 weeks. And until then, peace.
Holla.
Bye.